We had a 5-second countdown, not a 3-second. That's
Damn,
new. I like the 5-second countdown. Welcome to Filterless Podcast, everybody. It's me, Michael Lindsay, and Dr. KK at the helm. How you been, Bubba?
Good, baby. Good.
Love you, brother.
Love you too, man.
We got a lot to go over. We're going to go over the Iran war overview and kind of what our thoughts are on that. We're going to jump into this Tucker Carlson treason crap, which I think might have some validity to it. The Netanyahu death rumors, and then what happens next with Iran and what we think is the best outcome and path forward. But first, brother, how's everything been? You been to rodeo at all?
No, we're going Thursday.
I know, but have you been?
No.
I've been
zero.
to 2 concerts. I went to Chris Stapleton and I went to Shabuzi.
Okay.
Chris Stapleton was excellent. The guy sounds identical to the CD. Like when you see this guy in person, there's no difference in how he sounds and how it sounds on the radio.
What's his most famous song?
Tennessee Whiskey,
Oh,
baby.
yeah. Okay, got that one.
I mean, he's got a bunch of famous ones, but Tennessee Whiskey. But Shabuzi, brother, was a party.
Was it?
That was one of the funnest rodeo concerts I've ever been to.
So that's good, man.
We had such a good time.
Damn.
Such a good time.
Damn.
And we went to Moon Bar afterwards.
I only know that one song, though. Shabuzi has another song besides the famous one?
There's a bunch.
Tipsy?
Yeah. That one was his last song.
Yeah.
But he's
just a good performer.
Yeah, he had a Big X the Plug come out. What? My kids were like, "What?" I took pictures. Big X the Plug.
Who's that?
What?
Who's that?
Big X the Plug. I don't know what his real name is.
There's a guy. I don't know.
He's a Houston boy. Houston rapper.
Dude, Mike, I'm 43, bro.
It was great.
It's weird. I just don't keep up.
And then I'm going 2 times this week. I'm going tomorrow night with a buddy of mine with a bank trying to get my business. And then I'm going with y'all to Laney, which is going to be great.
That one's supposed to be great, right?
We're going to have a great night, dude. We're going to go to Cattleman's Club first, have some drinks, have some good dinner, have some steaks, walk over to the rodeo, and then afterwards maybe go out a little bit.
Nice.
But man, it's good to see you, brother. We'll jump right in. All right. So the Iran war overview, quick recap, timeline of the U.S.-Israeli Operation Epic Fury started February 28th. We kind of talked about this last time. The Supreme Leader Khamenei was killed in the opening operation. I think he was killed on the second missile strike, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
To get that dude on the second missile that was even dropped. Insane.
Yeah.
The retaliation from Iran has been nothing but like disastrous for them. They have basically attacked missile and drone on Israel and every single Gulf nation out there at this point. Really hindering their way to get other people involved in their side of the war. China is kind of a little bit helping. Russia's a little bit helping Iran, but they're really not helping that much. And Iran's kind of stuck on an island right now. Looks like almost the entire leadership team of Iran, the IRGC, has been decimated, killed, maimed in a way that we can't comprehend at this point, I don't think. And I don't think Trump really wanted that to happen, to be quite honest with you. I mean, the way he was kind of talking about how Israel went in there and just killed everybody and we have nobody to talk to, I don't think he was too happy about that.
Yeah.
One of the other problems is the propaganda, right? I mean, I know that we're getting propagandized. How much of it we're getting propagandized, I'm not sure. I know the Iranian people are getting crazy amounts of propaganda. And the Iranian TVs are basically saying that they're winning the war, that they sunk a bunch of our ships, that they downed a bunch of our fighter jets, that they've done all these missile attacks in UAE and Dubai and Israel and Qatar and Jordan and all these places.
What if they did? What if they're telling the truth?
Well, that's the thing, right?
I guess what I'm asking is, do you think they could be?
I mean, I think there might be a sliver of truth to some of it. I don't think that it's what they're saying it is. Obviously,
how scary would it be if it was true? Meaning, we don't know what the F is actually going on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's true. I don't think we know exactly what's going on 100%, and I don't think anybody does.
Nobody's concerned.
I think everyone's concerned.
I mean, how concerned are we though? We're going to the rodeo on Thursday. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
what are we going to do?
Dude, this
you're going to live in fear your whole life? Like
no. But this war, it's really waking people up to where I don't think we have like many freedom fighters left. And what I mean by freedom fighters, I'm talking about like people who are like can speak freely. Freedom of speech fighters.
Well, we have more than anywhere else in the world.
Okay, who are your freedom of speech fighters? Let's start with Tucker.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think Tucker was one. I don't know where Tucker's at right now,
what?
honestly.
You're turning on Tucker?
I'm not turning on Tucker.
You're turning on Tucker? He's
No.
about to be... Oh, we're going to get to Tucker later, though.
Yeah, we're going to get to
Yeah,
Tucker
we're going to
later.
get to Tucker later, yeah.
You know, I think people are giving their takes. I think it's his take. I mean, I don't know if anybody factually knows everything that's going on. I don't even know if President Trump factually knows everything that's going on.
I agree.
At this point.
I agree. I think he's being spoon-fed information, too.
Yeah, and so I think that overall, if you want to talk about are we winning or not, I think that militarily we are absolutely winning. I don't think there's a country on earth that can defend itself against the United States.
I agree.
And Israel.
I agree.
When those two are combined, I just don't think there's any place on earth that can defend itself.
What if? Okay, here we go. You ready? Because we're early on in this World War III. I mean, shit.
It is World War III.
Why don't we go ahead and predict what could happen? I mean, today is what? Let's give the date. March 20, whatever.
That's what we're here for.
March 17th?
Today is March 17th.
Okay.
St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, happy St. Patty's. I mean,
we're
we're going to green. Shit. Oh, here.
What's the
count
face?
this.
What's the face on your watch? Is it green?
No, it lights in the dark, so yeah, we'll count
little
that.
You know what he said? He said a guy walked up to him and was like, "Yeah, the green's in my wallet."
Oh, that's a good one.
Not a bad one.
That's a good one.
Not a bad
actually. Nobody has cash anymore. But that's a good one.
Yeah.
Remind me of what.
What do we think would happen? I
Yeah,
mean, we can get into that. I mean, that is part of that's like our fourth topic is what happens next. But,
okay. Well, let's save that.
But I think that overall, people. Actually, we were talking about this with the producer. I was talking about this because you were late. We were talking about this. I was talking about this with him, and I basically said that I think everyone in the world knew that a change needed to happen in Iran, right? I think that if you were to, if you go back to February 26th, 2 days before the war, and you were to go to every leader in the world and say, hey, should someone do something about Iran? I think that 99.9% of all global leaders, especially NATO or allies of the U.S., even quasi-allies of the U.S., would say, yeah, something's got to give here.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are creating drones and missiles and they're enriching uranium and all of this stuff. And they want death to Western culture, right? They say it, right? So I think that is a consensus among most people of the world. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, no, I would definitely, 100%. What if Iran knew, based off of intelligence, that this war was going to happen no matter what? Meaning, like, maybe...
Well, I think they've thought that for the last 47 years.
Okay, so then why are you mad at them for building their missiles and arsenaries?
No, I don't... No.
Because you just
I'm not mad at them.
You just listed it as one of the reasons why they need regime change.
No. That's not what I said.
Yeah, you said they're building missiles and stuff.
What I said is that's what all of the leaders of these NATO allied countries would say.
Yes, for sure.
Right.
Yeah, did you? I heard something, and we should fact check this one because I don't even know if it's true. But,
I can.
Iran publicly said that the reason they didn't create missiles that could reach the U.S. was intentional because they never wanted the U.S. to use that particular reason about their missiles.
Yeah, I can understand that, but can you believe anything that comes out of anyone's mouth in Iran?
That's what I'm saying.
That's
I don't
the
know.
issue,
That's the
right?
and that's exactly what was my grievance 5 minutes ago. Like, we should be outraged.
Yeah.
Is that we just started World War III and nobody knows what's actually going on.
Well, I think people understand what's going on. I think that people around the world would all agree that the majority of the Iranian population has been disenfranchised and has been led by Islamic terrorists.
Islamic extremists.
Islamic extremists.
Because I don't know how you define terrorist. Because to me, it seems the only definition of terrorism is Arab and angry.
But I'm
and Muslim.
sorry, somebody is going to sit there for 47 years and say death to us, and they want to kill us. I think we should take that seriously.
I believe that the death to us chanting, and there's a lot of countries that have probably done that to us. Mm-hmm. And shit, I hate to say this. Man, I probably shouldn't even say this.
Sometimes deservedly so. I get it. I get it.
But see, when you start talking like this, it makes you sound anti-American.
No, it doesn't.
But
it doesn't.
But it kind of does.
No, not really.
Well, I mean, and that's the
I'm
Tucker situation about being charged with treason and freedom of speech and who he can talk to and who he can't talk to. It's the same thing.
Yeah, and we'll get into that a little bit later because I've got a bunch of opinions on that. And here's the thing: I think if Tucker did it, he should go to jail too.
What did he do?
That's what I'm saying. If he committed an act of treason, his ass should go to jail.
Okay, do you know specifically what the claim is according to Tucker?
No.
Okay,
And there is no claim. There is no.
The Cliff Note version.
Well, here's the thing. There is not been. No one's been prosecuted. No one's been charged with anything. So at this point, Tucker's done nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong.
I agree.
Yeah.
I love Tucker.
Now, if it comes out
Tucker's
that he
actually
met,
my number one freedom fighter.
I get it, but if it comes out that he met with Trump and Trump told him something, and then he went to the Iranian leadership and told them,
okay, has anyone said?
treason.
Okay, has anyone said that, or that's a scenario you just made up?
No, what I'm saying, that's a scenario I'm just making up.
Okay, because
But if
that's
that is the case,
right.
they should throw his ass in jail.
Okay, but now you're becoming too conspiracy-like. I'm saying.
He be the one conspiracy?
Yeah, you are. Yeah. That's more conspiracy than me because you're coming up with scenarios to be upset
what
about.
I'm saying is that hasn't happened.
Tucker's Cliff Note version of the events, he says they hacked his text, the CIA. He had communication with somebody in Iran before the war started. And they were going to use the Foreign Agency Act to gather enough dirt on him and information to prosecute him.
Here's the thing. If the Department of Justice has enough information to prosecute or to charge him, then they should charge him.
Okay.
If not, then they should come out and say it.
Okay, so now you want to know all of the text messages. Do you even want to know the text messages?
But here's the thing.
No,
They don't even have to. They don't even have to have been spying on Tucker's phone. That's the thing that people don't understand.
If
they could have been spying on the other end of that conversation, and then he's in communication with the other end of that conversation, so the U.S. is going to see that.
I think everyone's spying on everybody. You know how I feel.
I agree.
No, not as paranoid as me.
Probably not as paranoid as you, but I do feel like we're getting spied on, and especially if you're Tucker. Tucker should know he's getting spied on.
I feel as if all of us are being spied on, like all the time. Like
I agree.
It's scary. It's that movie with Will Smith. I got to watch it again.
I agree.
But
what I'm saying is, if he did something wrong, then he should be prosecuted for it.
Okay.
Period.
Okay.
If he didn't do anything wrong, then they should come out and say that he didn't do anything wrong because they are insinuating that he might have.
Yeah, but I don't even know who charged him, who said. All I know is what Tucker said.
Right.
So, can I tell you what Tucker said?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what Tucker said, because I watch Tucker religiously. Okay. He said that they basically hacked his text messages and that he had communication with somebody in Iran before the war started.
Right.
And that's it.
Yeah.
So based off of that information, assuming that's like, I guess the question is, that's all you know.
Right.
You're the Department of Justice. You are the CIA. You are up there. You're in charge. Do you take that information and potentially form a case about it, like to where you want to get more information and possibly charge them with it?
I mean, you better look into it.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Tucker's not allowed to communicate with somebody in Iran?
No, sure he can.
No, you're just saying he can't. You're just saying that he deserves to be at least looked into based off of that information alone.
Sure. If we know that someone here in the U.S. is communicating with an Iranian terrorist or Hezbollah or Hamas,
but we don't know who he's
whoever.
communicating with. What if he's? I mean, that's what I'm saying. The information is it's a human in Iran.
That's what he's saying.
Right. And you're saying, what if, blah, 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 blah.
Because you're saying what if.
No. My what if is basically Tucker claim. I'm basically saying, like, you make the rules in this country.
Right.
Like, you're in charge of the DOJ.
Yes.
And you found out with a credible claim that what Tucker said is true. That basically Tucker Carlson communicated with a human being in Iran before the war. That's not enough of a.
I don't think it was just a human being. Like,
but who is the human?
But that's the thing.
But it's worth looking into.
I think so.
Okay, so now Tucker's going to get a case against him.
Not necessarily.
But you said it's worth looking into, Mike.
Just because you look into something doesn't mean that he did something wrong.
I got you. Okay, all right, but I don't trust the DOJ.
Well, that's a different story. That's it. We've talked about this. That's a completely different. No.
Do you trust the CIA?
No.
Okay.
Obviously not.
So that's what I'm saying.
But the only thing that we can do is we can only argue about what we know.
What we can do is, as baby podcasters, we can support our fellow podcaster Tucker and basically tell him, like, Tucker.
But what I'm saying is that if there was a treasonous act that happened,
right,
charge him for treason.
Okay.
If there wasn't, then don't charge him for treason.
Okay.
And obviously there wasn't, or he would already got charged.
I don't know. I think that the deep state wants Tucker Carlson's mouth shut. I think the deep state.
That's never going to happen unless you put him in prison.
And that's what this is about.
You better have some credible evidence to put that man in prison if you want to shut him up.
And that's what he's saying. He's saying, look, they're trying to make a case out of me.
Well, Tucker's going to be fine. I don't think
I hope
anything's going to come of this.
I hope so.
His son still works for J.D. Vance in the White House. Like,
Yeah, I know, but I mean,
I'm sorry. I think, to be quite honest with you, if you want to jump to the Tucker thing, I think they used him as a patsy.
who?
I think Donald Trump used Tucker Carlson as a patsy in this whole thing.
Just to get more support?
No.
What do you mean?
I think to set up the Iranian leadership so that they thought that Trump wasn't going to do anything. And then I think he bombed the hell out of them and killed them. And I think that's why it was missile number 2.
Yeah, no. This is the first time in history we have assassinated, if that's what the word you want to use, a religious leader.
Yeah.
And then that goes back to how do you define terrorist?
Sure.
You know, because we killed.
Oh, from the other side of it, we're the terrorist, right? I mean, from the IRGC side of it.
I just don't like how only Arabs are terrorists. That's the point. Because the word is so strong. Like, this is a psyop. It's part of the psyop.
It's like using Nazi now.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And that's part of the psyop too. Is that they
used terrorists on the January 6th guys.
And that's part of the psyop too. They made that term so difficult to use. I
agree.
Right?
Well, I think that, I think change was necessary in Iran. How we get to that change and what happens after this is the bigger question, right? Yeah. I think that, honestly, I think the United States is going to be in this war for 2 to 3 more weeks. I think that we are going to completely obliterate the rest of whatever their missile and drone capacities are over the next 2 to 3 weeks. I think you're going to see ground troops on Cargill Island. I think we're going to take that island over, and I think we're going to start exporting the oil out of the Strait of Hormuz with Marines over the next 2 weeks.
That whole, to be honest, you should call Pete Hegseth, because that is an amazing move. I'm serious. Like, if they're going to proceed with war and full-out regime change, which I think they are, Mike. I think
they have no choice now. I think Israel handcuffed them to that. So I don't think that's what Trump wanted initially. So I really don't. Unfortunately,
this is precisely what I was going to say about Charlie. Okay, about this war being pre-planned like decades in advance, just like the Iraq War was planned pre-decades in advance.
I think for 47 years we've wanted to do this.
Just exactly. So it's like this is time they pull the trigger. I think, again, we alluded to this, the timing with the Epstein files is very convenient. It's very convenient.
I think it has a big part of it.
Yeah, me too. So this is another basically piece of evidence that I have when I'm telling you it's pre-planned with relationship to Charlie Kirk. I think Charlie... why was he murdered? What's the number one reason why you think he was murdered?
I mean, they wanted to shut him up.
But who's they? Like, okay, I guess what I'm saying is, do you believe it was Tyler James Robinson? I mean, the Fed slop's tough to bite. I mean, we talked about it. I know.
Was that kid involved in some way? Yeah, I think so. I mean,
but
did he pull the trigger? Probably.
I mean, is there a federal?
Is there a bigger possibility behind that?
Yeah. Is there a federal conspiracy there? Or not, I don't use their federal, but is there, smoke and fire?
At minimum, there's somewhat of some type of cover-up for something. Yeah. At minimum.
Okay. Charlie was adamantly anti-war with Iran. He said it several times publicly. He went to the White House himself to speak to Trump about that. And based off all the evidence we have, thanks to Candace, basically we know that really sparked something with Trump in the White House.
Yeah.
Okay. And I can tell you this, it sparked something more with the pro-war people out there, the ones who were pre-planning this, again, decades ago. Okay, so maybe that belief was like the real thing that got him taken out by the deep state pro-war type people. Like, what if that's like the precise reason, the pinpoint reason? Because they knew, basically, that if we go to war, there's going to be a lot of voices on social media. Okay, so like, let me tell you who I listen to: Tucker, Megan, Kelly. These are like my people. Like, this is how I get my information.
Sure.
Okay, so imagine if Charlie was still alive. How strong of a voice would Charlie Kirk have right now, with like people like us that's who we keep up with to get our information, or people like.
I think this was happening anyway.
That's what I'm saying. But like, imagine.
I think this was happening with or without Charlie Kirk.
No, but what I'm saying is Charlie Kirk's influence right now would be huge.
It would be huge.
Huge.
It would be huge.
So they needed to neutralize him. The pro-war people needed to neutralize him.
Maybe. I think Trump knew he was going to do this before he got elected again. I think he knew. Iran was on his list. They tried to kill the man a bunch of times.
Yeah, I think Trump's compromised, Mike. I told you that. Yeah. I think he's legitimately compromised.
I don't think he's compromised in the way you think he's compromised.
I think the man is. I feel. I mean, I don't want to say I feel.
I know.
I don't want to say I feel bad for him, but if I truly believe he's compromised, then in a way,
I think he's playing the cards he's dealt. I think he really is.
I don't think he's calling the shots. And
Then who's calling the shots?
Deep state pro-war people,
No.
military-industrial complex people.
If anything, this is Trump. I don't agree with that at all.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah,
okay,
I think Trump knew he was going into Iran. I think he made all of these strategic moves from day one of his presidency to put the United States in a position to be able to do this. I think the first thing was drill, baby, drill. He knew that oil and gas was going to be a huge factor in this if he goes to Iran. I think the second thing was creating what happened in Venezuela, making sure that we had that oil and gas locked up before we did anything with Iran. Yeah. And I think the third and final thing was Iran, the regime change in Iran. Now, do I think that he wanted to take out, the hierarchy, the main 10 guys at Iran, and then do deals with the other guys and basically say, hey, if you don't play along, then I'll kill you too. Yeah. I think that's what he wanted to do. Same thing what he did in Venezuela. And I think that Bibi went ahead and just killed everyone and said, now you got to figure this out. And I think he's playing that hand. Yeah. I don't think he wanted to kill all of the IRGC people. I think he wanted to take out the head of the snake, his son, and maybe a few other generals along the way, and then say, hey, are y'all willing to play ball? If you're not, we'll keep going and we'll kill everybody. But if you play ball and you create a little bit better society for your people and you let oil and gas come in and do this, I think that's what he wanted. Here's the thing. I think Trump knows that he's out in 3 years. Yeah. I think he realizes that. And if he can get some kind of win in Iran, it didn't have to be the whole thing, right? It just had to be some kind of a win. That'd be a huge win for him. And I think that what happened is Israel went a little bit further than what Trump thought they were going to go and is forcing his hand into a complete regime change. And I think Trump is playing the cards that are dealt to him.
Okay, a couple things.
And I am giving him a lot of grace here.
Who?
Trump.
Yeah, I think he's compromised.
Yeah.
Okay. I think MAGA is no more because I think it's very hard to make America great again while going to war. Mike, nobody wins in this war. Even if, we win this war, we still lose because this war is going to cost billions, maybe trillions of dollars. And it's going to put this country in more debt. And guess who never gets the spoils of war in this country? The citizens of this country. Tell me a time in human history where the American people post-World War II got any benefit out of any of the wars and what we refer to as the spoils of war.
Well, I mean, if honestly, the most recent one, you can call it a war, you can call it an excursion, Venezuela.
But what happened with the oil? I mean, okay.
We're
getting no. Okay, no. Where's the spoil? You say that's a spoil? Mm-hmm. Okay, did gas go down?
Sure. Oh yeah.
Gas went down?
Yeah, it went way down.
Gas went up.
It went way up after the Iran conflict that's going on right now, Operation Epic Fury. Yeah, exactly. But it's going to go right back down once the Strait of Hormuz opens up.
You think gas is going to go down?
I think it's going to go down to under $2 a gallon by June.
What was it before the war?
Under $2 a gallon.
Okay, so you think it's going to get to pre-war level?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think it's going to get to pre-war level. I don't think the American people.
It might do it by May.
How about this? I don't think the American people, if inflation keeps going the way it does, will ever get a break on gas, ever.
I think it's coming. I think
I
don't think so.
I think gas is going up.
WTI went to 120 at the height of the war, like 4 days into the war. It is down under $100 a barrel right now. As we sit here and speak, it's at like 95. Okay. I think it goes down to 85 by the end of March, and I think it's back in the 60s by May or June.
Okay. Listen, if your predictions are correct, I'd be very happy. I don't want to pay more for gas. Gas is killing me.
I agree.
Gas is killing all of us. Gas is killing society, transportation, everything. And so if this war leads to the price of gas going up...
It's not even as high as it was during Biden right now.
It's not?
No.
Well, that was COVID.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm saying that was like catastrophe, you know.
But that's what I'm saying.
We're in catastrophe too.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like, I mean, we've dealt with this without war. I mean, Biden's energy policies were detrimental to the gas prices.
I'm just saying you're not going to get a price cut on gas.
I think by June it'll be under $2 a barrel. I mean, $2 a gallon again.
Okay.
Mark my words.
We win in Venezuela. Well, I guess we already won in Venezuela. Rephrase. We did what we did in Venezuela.
And we got those spoils.
America does what it's going to do in Iran. Takes all their oil.
I'm not saying we're going to take all their oil, but I think we're going to...
Well, let's say we get oil. Okay.
We allow oil to flow.
Okay, so price of gas is going to go down, and there's going to be a benefit for the American people.
For the world, yeah.
I don't think so. I don't.
I mean, I hope you're wrong.
I hope that I am wrong or I'm confused. Right?
Yeah, I hope you're wrong.
I hope I'm. You hope I'm wrong, meaning you want more.
I want gas prices to go down.
Me too.
Yeah.
Who does it?
Well, and I think it's going to happen. I think they're sending.
No.
You know, they're sending the troops. I think you're going to have 2,500 Marines on Cargill Island here in the next 10 days. They're going to take over the island. They're going to allow the ships to start going through the Strait of Hormuz. And the minute that happens, you're going to see 20% drop in price of oil.
I hope so, Mike. I just think
it's already happening.
Okay, what about the cost?
They had 12 ships go through today.
Okay.
Did you know that?
What about the cost of the war? How much is this war going to cost the American people, the American taxpayers?
It won't be nearly as much as Iraq and Afghanistan.
Why?
I mean, you're talking less than $100 billion.
Why? The missiles that they're using to shoot down the other...
You're talking less than $100 billion for this war.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
They've only spent $22 billion, I think, so far, $29 billion so far.
Okay.
In the heaviest time of the war.
Okay.
These are all facts, man. You can look this up.
Dude, I'm with you. I want to be optimistic, Mike. I want to be optimistic too.
Spent on Operation Epic Fury so far.
Who you asking?
Grok.
That's your boy?
It's my boy.
I do ChatGPT.
First week, 11 billion. Second week, 16 billion so far. $28 billion so far.
Okay, so let's keep track. It's 28 billion now. It's March 17th, 26. Okay, we're gonna do this again, and if the war continues, we're gonna do it again, and hopefully that thing is accurate, because I want to play this game.
That's pretty accurate.
Okay, I want to play this game.
Yeah, so we're at $28 billion.
And speaking of that, this math game, you heard the deficit went from 37 to 39, I think.
That was going to happen anyway.
Okay, all right. I just want to keep track of these numbers, because how much was it when we were kids? You said 9 billion.
Oh, it was in the billions.
Yeah, you said it was. I think you said it was 9 billion.
I forget what it was.
Okay, ask it. What was the? Let's play this game.
What was?
Because this is we can do a Mikey KK Inwood Baptist timeline. People need to know we've been together.
In what year?
What year? Well, how old were we?
You want to say 10 years old? So 1994.
What grade were we in?
That'd be 5th grade.
Okay, I was 10.
200 billion.
200 billion.
That's crazy. And we went to 39 trillion,
so
bro.
Me and Mike are kids in 1994.
That is unbelievable.
On the playground at Inwood Baptist School off of Antoine, right? And then it's 200 billion. Then we always said 37 trillion, and then currently it's 39 trillion. So let's keep track of these numbers.
That's crazy.
And how is this sustainable?
Oh, it's definitely not sustainable.
Okay, so let's see how much this war is going to cost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, unless we get the fraud out. We get the fraud out, we can fund 1 million of these wars.
Oh, the like Minnesota stuff?
Which might not be the best thing in the world.
That other neighborhood?
Yeah, so the Tucker thing, I think, honestly, I think that if the DOJ is going to prosecute Tucker, they should do it, and they should do it immediately, and they should do it swift, fast, with the unlimited justice. But if he did nothing, then they should come out and say it. Because the problem is right now that there's a bunch of Americans that think that he's a treasonous traitor.
Really?
I don't believe that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't believe that at all. But I think that someone should come out and say something.
Well, here's the thing, Mike. If they're not going to take you out, they're going to discredit you.
They've already tried that. I mean,
okay.
So you're not going to shut Tucker up unless you put him in prison.
And that's why I personally refer to them as freedom fighters, freedom of speech fighters, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay. Kirk, Tucker, Candace, Kelly is like floating around. I'll throw her in there, but she's like, she's like the caboose.
No, I love all these people. I do. But you also have to remember, these are their opinions.
Yeah, but
these are their opinions based on the facts that are presented to them.
Yeah.
And they are swayed and easily propagandized just like we are.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a human trait.
No, they're trying to figure this stuff out too.
Absolutely.
But I'm saying the concerted effort to shut those people down, that's your yellow brick road to the deep state.
Sure.
Epstein files, that's your yellow brick road to the deep state.
That.
Pro-military industrial complex people, that's your...
Now, I do think you can be all of those things and not be part of the deep state. Like, I do think you can have some of those opinions and not be part of the deep state.
They're trying to criminalize a lot of the speech these people are saying, Mike.
Yeah, but you're also talking about people that are hilariously over opinionated on that certain topic. Like Ted Cruz coming out and saying that if you say something bad about Israel, you should go to jail. Give me a break. Come on. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen.
It's happened. It's happened in Florida. No. Look up, Mike.
I understand what you're saying.
Look up Ron DeSantis laws in Florida.
I understand what you're saying.
He signed them in Israel.
I understand, but what I'm saying is that if there is a huge concerted nationwide effort to make this happen, the American people are going to push back.
Yeah,
you might have a municipality or a state government or something like that does something like that. I agree with that. Like, we've got a communist as a mayor in New York. I mean, these crazy things can happen on a small scale. But I'm talking about America, right? It's never going to be a nationalized issue.
Why did he made everyone sit like Indian style?
Yeah, that's hilarious. It's so funny. It's so funny.
And these are like important people.
I know. I love it. I love it.
What else?
It shows you, right? Okay, it's like, this is who this guy is.
I don't know much about him. What else weird stuff has he done lately? Like, is he that, out there?
Apparently his wife was like thumbing up the videos of the Israeli soldiers or not the Israeli, but some soldiers that were like.
Well, he's anti
raping this girl or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, but he's openly anti.
And he basically said, well, my wife's personal ideologies don't have anything to do with me politically. And it's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, but he's an open anti-Zionist.
Yeah,
which is fine with me because
they knew what they were getting. They should have believed him when he told them who he was.
But
they voted this guy in, and now they're having to deal with it.
Yeah, but I think that should be. Okay, I think that should be allowed. Like, I think his
what I'm saying is like if you have different municipalities and small state governments, local governments that pass these laws because their people in those places want it, then that is what it is. There's nothing you can really do about that. That's how we've set up this country. But for the entire United States to become that, I mean, it's just I just don't see it happening. I just don't see.
I pray it doesn't, dude. I pray it doesn't. I'm with you.
I also think that they should take away the Patriot Act. I agree with that too.
Patriot Act. What started the Patriot Act?
9/11.
Oh, and what do you think about 9/11? What do you think about the Pentagon?
Yeah, I think.
What do you think about Tower 7?
Here's the thing.
What do you think about the?
Here's my whole take. Here's my whole take on 9/11. If we didn't have a hand in it, we allowed it to happen.
Oh, like a certain date in history.
Yeah, I do agree with that. Like I think that they might have had a hand in it. They might have been.
But who's they though, Mike?
The CIA. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the CIA, our government.
Who does they work closely with people.
I just don't see how you can see all of the facts and then not know that we either knew it was going to happen and we did nothing about it, or we helped.
I know, but
I hope it's the first part. Yeah, I hope that we didn't help. I hope that we just knew it was going to happen and we allowed it to happen, which we shouldn't have.
But it's like, if you really believe that they potentially had a hand in it, and if you potentially believe that they had a hand in, let's say, JFK.
I do.
So why wouldn't you potentially believe they have a hand in everything that's going on currently?
I do.
But that's so scary.
Yeah. I mean, thank God it's our guys.
Whose guy?
I mean, I hate to say it that way, but
no, but I mean, that's not protection, Mike.
I understand.
That's not protection, dude. That's like
we've talked about this a million times. It's like, if the government would have known what they were creating when they allowed the internet to escape, they would have never allowed it because none of this would be coming to the forefront at this point. It would be the 1970s and the JFK assassination. We would know nothing.
The ability of the internet to gather information to discredit history is
history has always been written by the victors. Always.
Yeah.
And you have to put that lens when you're looking at it.
So I believe in my heart that the victors of history have written our textbooks.
Absolutely.
That's scary.
It's very scary.
Exactly.
But
so pile that on with
I understand,
stuff.
but it's the life that we live. I mean, you can't change that. The only thing that you can do is try to be as open-minded as you can possibly be and do as much research as you can.
Yeah, it was so
and
hard.
talk. We talk about this all the time. Talk about this stuff with people. Talk about this stuff with your friends, right? Because the more you talk about it, the more it becomes a non-cliche thing.
Yeah.
The more it becomes real, and the more you can talk about it. The more you talk about it, the more you can talk about it.
And they tell you, like, don't talk about politics.
Right, which
And
is
it's
the
like-
stupidest thing.
yeah.
And you know who says that? Politicians.
And you know what else? And they
That's
say,
who says
and
it.
they say, don't talk about religion.
Yeah, why?
Why can't we talk about religion?
I don't get that at all.
Let's talk
Nothing should
about-
be off the table.
Exactly.
I just don't think anything should be off the
so
table.
that's part of the psyop, is them telling you.
All right. Jumping into, I know you were all over this, by the way, Netanyahu death rumors.
Oh gosh.
So now apparently he's shown up on video, and so I think he's fine.
was with
But
Huckabee.
dude, for a few days there, I was kind of thinking Bibi was dead. I mean, good Lord. Right? Those AI videos were good, man.
Okay, so
They were good. And then they come out and they do an AI video with him, and he has 6 fingers, and it's like, oh, now you're making it easier.
I think it was a distraction. I think it was a distraction. I think they put it out there.
Dude, you were all over that.
Okay,
by the way.
why would they put out? Okay, the 6 finger thing.
Yeah.
This is my question. Is it
Yeah.
true that the video that they put out, he had 6 fingers? Or
Yeah, it's on the video. You
okay,
can see it clear as day.
I heard a guy say that it
But
was like an optical illusion.
No, I think what they're doing is they're.
I think they're
and
messing with us.
Well, and I think they do this with Trump too.
Yeah.
I think they record him and then they have AI clean it up. And when AI cleans up and edits the video, because they just want speed, right? It does little things like that they don't catch.
That's good.
And then all of a sudden it goes out to 100 million people, and then 100 million people are like, there's 6 fingers in that video. That's AI. That's not
okay,
BB.
and then
but I think it was a real BB video that they used AI to edit.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And then because they also showed his ring disappearing in one of the frames.
Again,
you saw that too. Was that real?
Again, I think it's one of those AI edits. I think it's just, I think they're trying to get information out so quickly that they're using some of these programs to edit their videos properly.
Real. I don't know what's real.
That's the other
not.
issue, right? I mean, me and him were talking about, me and the producer were
why-
talking about this before
that's
you
why-
got here. It's
that's-
like, what's going to be real and what's not?
Because when the only time I was like, oh, it's all fake is when BBC put it out, and I sent it to you right away.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, BBC said it. I was like, oh, sure, that's like, and I don't like mainstream media.
Yeah.
It's like, who do you trust?
Yeah.
I can't trust the social media, and I can't trust the mainstream
But I
media.
got to tell you, man,
No.
if that was a ploy to get people to think BB died, they got me.
Yeah.
They had me for a day or two. I mean, I was like, dadgum, did they really get him? I was like, shoot, that video looks real, man. And then the 6 finger video came out. I'm like, oh, he's dead.
I think they're just toying with us. I think it was a distraction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so. Or they didn't notice all the stuff. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, crap, we got to get him out in front of people. But he's definitely okay. He doesn't look like he's hurt at all.
My understanding is he was with our amazing Mike Huckabee, and everything was kosher.
Yeah. It was funny, though.
Yeah.
There for a few days, dude. I was like, dang, did they get him? That would have been a big upset.
Yeah.
That would have been big.
I didn't know.
That would have been
didn't
big, right? Like if Iran actually would have got him.
I
think at that point,
like in the big game of chess where
we
we
would
don't
have
know
been
what the
having a
hell's
different
going on.
conversation. We would be having a different conversation.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
sure.
Yeah, this thing can swing week by week.
Yeah.
Depending on how
day.
long this goes on. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's day by day right now.
Because I can't keep up with everything.
Yeah.
All
right. I want to jump into, and we're going to close out the segment with what happens next in Iran. Like, what do you think the best outcome is? What do you think the path forward is? What do you think the United States, Trump, Bibi should do from this point forward, from March 17th at 6 p.m. forward? Where should we take this war? What should we do? How involved should we be? All of that. What do you think next steps are? Do you think taking Cargill Island with Marines is the right step? Like, what are your opinions on this?
I mean, there's a lot to unpack there. You're asking me what I think would happen if Iran inevitably led to victory, is what you're saying?
No. I guess what I'm saying is, what do you think the best path forward is
for Americans?
For Americans and for the 80% of Iranians that were against the IRGC regime.
Yeah. Okay. So the best course scenario for us, in my opinion, in our current situation is, look, we got ourselves into a quicksand type thing here.
Quagmire?
Yeah. It's like it's almost like Pharaoh of Egypt. Dude, Moses on Netflix, please watch it. They have a priest, a Muslim person, and a Jewish person, and they're all telling the story of Moses because they all believe in Moses. Yeah, it's crazy. And it's like a movie.
What's it
it's
called?
so good. Just the Testament of Moses. It's amazing.
Has it been out for a while?
I don't know. I just saw it.
Oh, okay.
I loved it.
All right, so Quagmire.
No, so it's like the Pharaoh. It's like the plagues of Egypt, dude, they annihilated them. Like when you see it, you're like, oh my God. And he wouldn't give up. So it's like he got stuck, you know? Like he got stuck to the point where I can't go back now. And I don't know how far into this quicksand are we in right now. Like can we peel back? Are we allowed to peel back?
Well, that's what I'm asking you. Should we?
I don't know. It's like if you peel back, it's like then who won? You see?
There's no winners in war.
Yeah, I think what U.S. should do is what Tucker suggested.
Which is?
He said you declare victory. You took out a religious leader. Part of the reason why you claimed you wanted to, liberate the Iranian people was to do that. So you take that as a victory. And then you start peeling back, and we try and end this conflict peacefully through negotiations. That's what I would do if I was in charge. I'm not in charge, and I don't know all the details, but I mean, that's what I would do.
I think what we should do is I think we should take the island. We should take their cash register, right? Okay. Once you have the cash register, then you go to them and you say, hey, now we negotiate.
Yeah, okay.
Now we negotiate.
Yeah, so this island, I think, didn't we destroy it?
No. We destroyed all of the military installations on the island.
Yeah.
We did not do anything
to the oil
and gas
right, yeah, but the military installations are gone.
The vast majority of them that we could see.
So is it still being inhabited by the IRGC?
They're still flowing oil.
Who?
12 tankers went through the Strait of Hormuz today.
Who's flowing the oil?
Iranian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not letting our oil go through, though.
We don't have any oil there.
Yeah, okay. But I mean, supposedly Trump wanted to make a fleet.
3 Pakistani oil tankers went through today. 2 India oil tankers went through today.
India, okay.
Another one went through today. I think China.
Who's allied with who? So are basically okay. So in this war,
yeah, that's a good question.
In this war, right? Because right now we have to basically create history,
right?
Because we have to define what is it, allies and Axis powers and stuff in this World War III. So can we say that the countries that are sending oil through the Strait of Hormuz, they're allied with Iran?
No.
Why? Because Iran's letting them go through.
No.
They have to be semi-peaceful, friendly with them.
Well, for sure.
Okay.
For sure. But I wouldn't call them allies.
Okay. So who are these people? Who did you say? Who did you? So who did you say? India.
India, Pakistan, and there was another one.
And then China, I think, is helping them.
All oil.
China and Russia and North Korea are helping them too, Mike.
Have gone through the Strait of Hormuz recently. I think they said there was 12. I think that's what I read.
12 different countries?
No, 12 different tankers that have gone through, like in the last 16. I'm sorry, hold on.
I mean, because I think the Strait of Hormuz thing is a very,
okay,
crucial.
So a Greek operated one, a Liberia operated one.
So these are like random places.
Yeah, but these are all their customers. Pakistani oil tanker.
Okay. Okay.
And then all of the Iranian super tankers have gone through, obviously, because
okay, so Mike, who are the allies of Iran currently?
Yeah, so Russia's definitely an ally.
Okay.
China's definitely an ally.
Russia and China.
But
what about
these are more of a hands-off ally at this point. I think Russia is giving them some of their intel from their CIA. I think China is also helping with intel as well from their.
Is it
CIA.
true that China sent weapons?
I think so. I think they sent
like
some
we
weapons,
send weapons to
but
Ukraine,
not anything that's like really detrimental to the U.S. Like they're sending them not non-lethal, but majorly lethal types of weapons. And I think that's going to stop here very, very soon.
Okay, so China, Russia. What about North Korea?
North Korea is sitting this one out at this point.
They
might be doing it through Russia. They might be doing it through China.
Not much. Okay, so basically what I'm saying is the propaganda that I've been seeing out of North Korea, is it real or fake? I don't know. I need the TMZ of the...
I think 99% of anything out of North Korea is going to be fake at this point.
Okay. But like who's making it? Like who has the reason to make propaganda for North Korea? Because I've been hearing stuff that he's like talking, but I don't know if it's true.
Let's see what Grok says.
Yeah, ask Grok. I like Grok.
So the strongest verbal backer is Russia. They've condemned the U.S.-Israel strikes as aggression. and they're providing intelligence on U.S. troops, ships, aircraft movement. No troops or major combat involvement from Russia. China condemns the strikes, pushes for diplomacy and the Hormuz reopening. They're giving possibly some financial aid and some spare parts. That's what it was.
Spare parts.
It's parts for things, but not like the whole thing.
Parts.
Right?
But for like missiles and stuff?
Right.
Okay.
North Korea, longtime partner for missile drone technology, historically watching closely, but no confirmed active help in this war. See?
Okay.
So here's the
China.
thing. Even like Russia and China realize that these guys are crazy.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I think even if you and I think that's why Trump had a 3-hour long call with Putin the other day.
Oh, he did?
3 hours.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I didn't hear about this.
And right after he got off the phone, they allowed all of those Russian tankers, the 15 million barrels of oil that have been sitting on these Russian tankers,
Where?
Off the coast of India. Because it's sanctioned oil, and U.S. told India that you couldn't buy it.
Okay.
And then right after that conversation, Trump lifted those sanctions, and India was able to get those 15 million barrels of oil from Russia.
Okay. Because we brought this up on the pod.
If you look at this, it's like, okay, well, now who's on whose team?
Exactly.
Right?
100%.
And then now we know that like 80% of the oil out of Venezuela now is now going to China to help them with the Strait of Hormuz stuff that's going on. And that we're allowing Russia to sell more oil to China, more oil to Germany, more oil, so these things are happening.
Yeah, man.
And I got to tell you, if Trump gets China and Russia on board, this world's going to look way different in 2 years.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, if we can actually have peace in the Middle East, which this is what I was going to, I think the next steps for Trump is you take the island. You take their cash register, and then you say, okay, now this is ours. We will give it back to you, but it'll only be under certain circumstances.
Yeah, you take it hostage.
You take it hostage.
Okay.
You take their infrastructure away, which is it's 90% of their infrastructure is sitting on that island, right? And they know that, and we know that. Yeah. So you put the Marines out there, which are already on their way. They'll be there in 3 days.
Speaking of that, what's true, what's not true, Mike? I don't know. How many troops? Who's going? Boots on the ground?
There's 2,500 troops in one of these amphibious assault vehicles.
Okay.
And the only reason that you have this vehicle going there is to put troops on the ground. Sorry about that. Is to, literally to put troops on the ground. This is what this vehicle is made for.
Yeah, they're just waiting.
And so what they're going to do is they're going to pull up to Cargill Island. They're going to drop 2,500 Marines off. They're going to take that island over. I think over the next week or so.
Great call.
I think they're going to take their cash register from them. They're going to immediately turn on the spigot and let these ships start flowing oil and basically saying, we're going to keep this money.
Yeah.
It's the Iranian people's money. The minute you're gone from this, and we're going to make sure that you're gone, then we'll give this money back to the Iranian people, and they can build their own whatever they want, monarchy, whatever it is that they want. Yeah. Democracy. I don't think democracy is ever going to happen there, but I think a monarchy could, or at least a benevolent dictator, somebody like an MBS or something like that. I think that's the best case scenario for everyone involved, and to get someone that's a little bit more westernized into that country, that hey, you can still have Islam, you can still have all of this, but you also need to be able to have other religions. You also need to be able to do other things. You also need to be able to have women go to school. You also need to be able to have all of these quasi freedoms that a lot of these other Gulf states have.
Okay, so you want countries to allow different religions, meaning don't discriminate based off of religion, which I believe in too.
Yep.
I don't think you should discriminate based off of anything like speech, religion, leave that alone. So what's another country in the Middle East that is predominantly known for their religion that doesn't like other religions necessarily living amongst them? What's the only what's the religious state of the Middle East?
Muslim? Muslim?
No, I'm saying what's the one that you associate with the religion and the name of the country the most with?
Israel probably.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying they're not too keen on allowing other religions there.
Yeah, but they don't kill their people if they are.
Unless you consider the killing of the Palestinian people, that's a different religion.
Is that a religious thing?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I don't know if that's.
I think it's two birds, one stone.
Probably for them.
It's for they don't want that religion amongst them, and they don't want those people amongst them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what happened.
Well, I think the infiltration of Hamas into the Palestinian culture has been the detriment of the Palestinians.
Yeah, they were supposedly elected, Mike. That's the word on the street. They were elected, and then they just stayed.
So was Joe Biden.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
Like, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So was Soleimani.
yeah, but I mean, but the people of Gaza paid a dear price for that.
A dear price.
A dear price, man. Supposedly there was 2.2 million people living there.
But I mean, that's honestly the detriment of the Palestinian people.
Yeah, thank you.
The election, if you want to call it that,
is why
of Hamas as their
which is
leadership.
why supposedly they said American popular opinion is now there's more sympathy with the Palestinians than the Israelis.
Well, of course, anytime you see a genocide, I mean,
Yeah.
you can't look at that and say it's not.
And
You just can't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. If what we are doing in Iran and what we did in Venezuela has any show for what could have been done in Gaza, that should show you right there.
yeah.
That should show you right there.
Yeah.
We could have done this in Gaza, but instead Israel decided to just level the place
Yeah.
and kill everyone.
Yeah. 2.2 million people.
It's
I mean,
ridiculous.
how many people are left? I don't even know. Nobody
can't
even
be that
says
many.
it. I mean, supposedly it was kept.
There's probably way more Palestinians in the United States right now than there are in Palestine.
No, I don't think they let them come here from Gaza, Mike.
I'm just saying from the years, like your family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I think there's more people.
Oh, yeah. No, I see. Oh, yeah. No,
I think they're
for
all
sure.
dead.
I don't.
Israel killed them all.
Dude, I don't know where.
Women, children, kids, they just murdered everyone.
I mean, it was a lot of people. I don't know where they are.
I don't see how you can look at that and not call it a genocide. Like
Yeah.
and they even came out and said, we're going to kill these people because they want to kill us.
The
babies want to kill us. And it's like, what baby wants to kill you?
Yeah.
It's nothing to laugh about, but it's
International-
crazy.
Well-
It's just absolutely crazy.
The International Genocide Commission, they're the ones that called it a genocide. So it's like you had genocide deniers, basically.
Yeah.
You know, like COVID deniers.
I don't think what Israel did in Gaza is what could have been done there. I think you could have done that just like we did Venezuela, just like we were doing Iran.
But
And I think you could have had a lot more, a lot less killing.
Okay,
than what happened there.
And then relate that to the current situation going on right now. That's why I told you it's the root cause. Because why is everyone mad at Iran? What's the main reason? It's because
It's the prop up of Hamas and Hezbollah.
It's their anti-Israeli sentiment, right?
I think it's just anti-Western civilized culture sentiment.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they want to kill us just as bad as they want to kill Israel. I mean, they do. They say it. I mean, you got to believe what they say.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and that's what they're saying. Yeah. I think that if we can do these things and we can pull this off, it could end up being the biggest win for any president of any time. But I also think at the exact same time, it could be the biggest fuck up that the United States has ever been involved in. It depends on what happens, honestly, literally, over the next 6 weeks.
Yeah. This is a crucial time. This is a crucial
short of a time period.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We've got 6 weeks to figure this out and make this work.
Yeah.
Because after 6 weeks, it's over.
Yeah.
Because all these politicians are going to be like, I got reelected.
Yeah, and then you see what's happening. Like Tellerico is gaining momentum. You know this guy.
Yeah.
And his stance right now, he said he's not going to take any AIPAC money.
Yeah.
He said that. So look how the political climate is shifting,
I think you're going to see a lot more politicians start really either denying publicly, at least.
Oh, Joe Kent resigned. Joe Kent resigned today. What's his name? Joe Kent?
Really?
Yeah. You didn't see that?
No.
Oh, Mike, please check it. It said Joe Kent resigned today, and I forget his title because he couldn't support the war. He's like anti-terrorism something. Yeah. I've heard.
The director of national counterintelligence. Yeah. He's been a non-proponent of this war in Iran for forever.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me that he resigned on this.
Yeah.
I don't know. Change is hard. Change is hard. We were talking about this. I was talking about this.
I mean, we
with the
got
producer
people
earlier.
resigning from office, Mike. Like it's like the political.
I get
climate
it.
is
That happens
shifting.
all the time.
I think MAGA's gone.
I don't think MAGA's gone.
Okay, but you know why? I think there's a certain sect of MAGA that's gone. I think there was a certain sect of MAGA that was America First MAGA hybrid.
Here's the thing. I don't think this is bad.
What?
I don't think that you should be 100% on board with any political party. at all.
Yeah, same.
The Dems are the worst, right? You're either 100% or you're out.
Well, that's usually their.
They
did a lot of virtue signaling.
We cannot have the Republican Party do that. We have to be able to disagree civilly and understand that still 80% of what we want is still on the Republican ticket.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like we have to understand that. We cannot have Republicans going and voting for Gavin Newsom. Like that can't happen. That can't happen. So this infighting, I agree. These things need to happen. We need to have good, long talks about what we're doing in the world and what we're doing here in the U.S. But at the same time, we have to agree that there is a certain line that we can't cross.
Yeah.
And we cannot vote for these idiots that want to ruin this country.
Yeah.
Like me and you can have a disagreement about what's going on in Venezuela, what's going on in Iran, what's going on in Pakistan, wherever, with Israel, all of that stuff. But at the crux of it, we have to get safety back, we have to get prosperity back, and we have to be free. Yeah. Those three things we're all aligned on in the Republican Party.
Yes.
We have to stay aligned on those things, and the fringe issues, which are geopolitical and social issues, we can disagree about. But we have to vote the same way when it comes down to it. Because those three issues, prosperity, safety, and freedom, we have to be on the same board. And that's 75, 80% of what my vote's going to go for. All this geopolitical stuff, all of this other crap, these social issues, all of this fraud and everything else, that has to be like 20% of what we're voting on.
Yeah. I mean, I'm voting for Tellerico, and that would be the first Democrat I've voted for ever in my history.
And I don't think you should.
Why?
I just don't think you should.
Why?
Because the problem is, here's the problem with the Democrat Party. At least Trump's doing what he said he was going to do. He said this the entire time that he's doing all this stuff.
No, Mike, I'm not voting on party lines, and you're a proponent for that.
I am a proponent of that. But at the base of it, those three things, he has to stand on prosperity, safety,
I think he does.
And freedom.
I think he does.
The Democrat Party is not about safety.
No. I think he's running under the Democratic ticket because it's so hard to get elected.
Well, I need to look into him a little bit more because I'm telling you right now, if he ever once said defund the police, he's out.
What's that?
Defund the police?
Oh, defund the police. Yeah.
Like if he ever said that in his entire life, I'm not voting for that.
I don't know his stance on that. I'm not for
but
that.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with you. It's like the border thing.
But you see what I'm saying? Like how you've not researched that to see if he ever said that. Why? Because he lines up with you on something else.
Yes.
What I'm saying is that you still have to be true to the core issues, which is safety, prosperity, and freedom.
Yeah.
If he's ever gone against any of those three things, he shouldn't be voted for. Period. End of story. It doesn't matter what his social thing is, what his geopolitics are, anything like that.
Yeah.
If those three things, those categorical things that we all agree on as Republicans that we need to have, if he's gone against those, I don't care what his stance on Israel is, I don't care what his stance on AIPAC is, I don't care what his stance on any of those other things are. Yeah. If he's not in line with these three things, I'm not voting for him.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mike. I think those things are important, but when it comes to like voting for people, it's like if you actually got to know them, which is something that we proposed here on the pod previously, it's like imagine if you actually knew who you were voting for. Like we talked about that, like how cool that would be. Like we don't know. We don't know.
You don't know
stances.
any of your politicians. You'd have to sit down for an hour, 2 hours, and talk to this man and really figure out who he is.
No, I agree.
And ask him, what are your thoughts on the police? What are your thoughts on the military? What are your thoughts on freedoms? What are your thoughts on the Patriot Act? What are your thoughts on all this stuff? Like because just because he's not taking money from Israel doesn't mean that I'm going to vote for him. It means that that's a small proponent. I do agree that our politicians shouldn't take money from other countries. Like I do agree with that.
Okay, good.
But to me, that is a smaller issue
I know.
than prosperity, freedom.
Listen, I value all those things. I just need to know specific stances. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I value all those things.
But what I'm saying is you're saying you're going to vote for him, and you haven't even looked at those things.
No,
for him.
exactly.
But that's the core.
No, because I believe in my heart that the people that are funding that type of money are doing really bad things to my people.
I understand,
right.
But what I'm saying is that okay, let's say we pull up Tellerico, and one of his things is we should defund the police. Are you still voting for him?
It drops him because I don't agree with that. It drops him.
And what if he says we should actually enact more Patriot Act?
No, hell no. You know I'm against the Patriot Act.
For him? Would you vote for him?
It drops him. I don't know. That's how you rate people.
But I understand. But you've got to get your core issues.
I agree.
You have to have these core issues, and there can't be that many of them. 3 to 5 core issues.
It'd be great,
right? And if you can find somebody that believes in 3 to 5 of your core issues the exact same way, the other fringe can kind of go away.
Okay,
he can kind of do whatever he wants on the other fringe stuff. For me, as a voter.
Yeah. No,
But I think so many times what happens is we get caught up in these fringe ideologies, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I like that. Mm-hmm. You know, that's all I need to know. Mm-hmm. He's not taking money from AIPAC. That I'm voting for him. I don't care.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, did you really look at all of his policies? Or are you just that upset at AIPAC?
I just, like I said earlier, that was my defense about it. Like, to
Yeah.
me, if I am voting for a politician currently in society as we are currently, that's a big issue for me. I'm not into AIPAC money to our politicians, and neither are you.
No.
Okay. So that bumps a candidate, in my opinion, to here. And then those other issues, like you said, it drops them, it drops them, it drops them.
Right.
Imagine if I got to know the other guy, and I'll put him here too. Then we'll ask him, and we'll see if he goes up or down. Like, we should get to know these people. I agree. Yeah, 100% dude. But it's a big issue.
It is a big issue. I just think that we should do our due diligence before we just vote for someone based off of a single issue, especially something that your heart is in, right?
Yes.
Because that's the issue, right? Your heart is in that because it's affecting your family.
It's personal,
right? It's personal.
Yeah, it's personal.
Right?
Exactly.
But you have to be able to detach that and be like, okay, the bigger picture here.
Well, I'm for America first.
Right.
So I'm not necessarily for more money,
for,
more support.
And I hate to say this,
but you're not for support to other countries either.
No.
Okay. So I mean, me and you are aligning.
I'm America first, but not America only. This is a big world. We need lots of friends. We need lots of trading partners. We need lots of people in this world to help us with our daily lives.
Dude, I would love it if Putin and Trump like really make things great.
I would too, because
that would be
to
great
be
for
quite
the
honest
world.
with you, Russia is probably one of the closest people that we have to the American citizenship.
Okay, are we closer with Russia or China right now? I
mean, I would hope Russia, but it's
I don't
probably
know.
China.
I don't know.
Because of our trading partners with China.
Oh,
here's what people think. People think that Russia is this big, bad, crazy country or whatever. Until you go there or until you meet Russians. And you're like, how's Russia? And they're like, it's great.
Yeah. No,
It's great.
That's what Tucker said. I don't know. I've never been there. I'd love to go.
I have friends that were born in Russia.
And that's a problem too with like concealed information, is that it's like they don't want you to know. Let's assume life is great in Russia. I don't think American media wants you to know that, because they want you to not like them.
Right.
Yeah, so it's propaganda.
It's propaganda.
And that's like...
We're getting it every day.
And that's what Tucker said.
From every angle.
Tucker's like, Russia's a great country. You know, and it's like, I don't know.
I've never been to Russia, but I'm sure my mom's been. She loved it.
And Mike, that totally relates to his Iranian relationship. It's like, okay, he's interviewed Putin.
I understand.
Was that treason?
But Putin's also not killing 30,000 of its own citizens.
Yeah, but I'm just saying,
we're talking two different ideologies here. Putin's a Christian.
Yes, he is. Yes, he's Orthodox supposedly, like me. I'm Orthodox.
He's read the Bible like 100 times.
That's what he claimed. And I tried to tell...
He can quote it.
I didn't... Okay. I tried to tell somebody that Putin was a devout Orthodox Christian. They wouldn't believe it.
What?
I mean, I don't want to say... I don't... Like, devout. Who knows devout? But at least he, like, openly is on camera, like, doing stuff. I've seen it. I saw him, like...
Absolutely.
Get baptized in, like, a cold plunge or something. I don't know if it was real. This was pre-AI.
You can still be a serial killer and believe in Christ. Like, those two things can happen. Like... I think most of the serial killers were Christian in the United States. Actually,
I mean, it's not something to laugh. It's not something to laugh about, but it's like countries kill people. Like, it happens.
Our culture is much more similar to Russia's than it is to China's. I've been to China numerous times.
I've never been there. I've always wanted to go there.
Yeah.
There and Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been to Japan. Been to Russia. I mean, I've been to China. Been to Vietnam. Like, I've been over in Asia quite a bit.
Yeah, no, it's good, man. It's good. Okay.
Well, man, I think that's all for today. We jumped into a lot, by the way.
Well, I mean,
we're
we're just documenting current events, man. We're telling history.
Well, it's funny because, before we got into this, we have a new producer here today, and he was asking me, why do you do this? What's the point of the podcast? Yeah. And, it took me a little while to figure out what the point was. But early on, I realized, and I've told you this, for me, it's my legacy, right? It's something that I want to be able to have my great grandkids, watch this and be like, oh, that's the guy. That was the guy that did all of this. These are his opinions. This is what he lived. This is what was going on in his world in 2025 or 2023 or 2027 when it's 2180, when I've been long gone, dead.
You want them to know your version of history. I feel the same way, brother.
I want them to hear it from my mouth, knowing that he's, at the end of the day, he's at least trying to tell us the truth.
Yes. We're truth tellers. Filterless.
We're trying.
Yes,
right? We really are trying to tell the truth.
Exactly.
And we're trying to give our best opinions based on the information that we gather as much as we can. And you know, you might not think this, but we probably put 20 plus hours a week into research for this podcast. It's only an hour and a half long or so, but we do it because we love it. I like doing it, and so hi, great grandkids. It's good to see you again. I hope you're listening to this. But yeah, that's what it is for me. It's just about legacy. I don't care if 2 people watch this.
No,
really. I just want to be able to share my opinions and what's going on in the world as truthfully as I possibly can, and share that with my extended family that I might not ever meet. So
no, that's amazing.
It's
a time capsule.
It's a time capsule on YouTube. Yeah. So I love you, brother. Be good. We're going to the rodeo this week. I can't wait. And that's it, guys. So appreciate you. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.